The sea covers over 2/3 of the planet's surface. Yet we know more about space and the universe than we do about our own oceans. Between the states of Connecticut and New York is the Long Island Sound, a naturally protected channel into New York City used for over hundreds of years. The Sound's rich maritime history has played a significant role in the growth of our country. Join us as we explore its unsung residents and its forgotten history. Hey there, everybody. This is Captain Dennis with SqualusMarine.com, also known as Squalus Marine Divers. Today we're checking out a wreck called the Greenport wreck. We named it that because it's in Greenport and it's a wreck. So here's the image that we took off of our boat, and here's the image that NOAA has on their bathymetric maps. And it's in sand, so we should have some pretty good visibility today. So we're going to get in the water. It's a little overcast, but you know, we're gonna see what happens. So as we get down, we're starting to go down to the bottom. And we turn the lights on, and the visibility isn't that great because there's a lot of particulate in the water, but it is sand. So we get down to the bottom, and the first thing I see is this little tiny triangle. See that? And I decided to investigate, and we were kind of pulling on it and cleaning it up, digging it out a little bit. Any ideas what it is? Well, if you guessed 10-kilogram plow anchor with Lumar chain, you're right. So we're going to leave that here, and we'll drape the chain over the anchor line so we can get it after the dive is over. We're going to bring that up. Hopefully that'll pay for gas. Now, we get a little closer to the wreck, and you can see this. This is a gate valve, and this is a inline valve, I guess, to regulate steam pressure or water pressure. But they don't normally just sit around to open like this, so I'm pretty sure that somebody might have been here before us, so they might have been trying to recover that, and there's some fishing weights too. But normally those valves don't just lay around in the open sand like that, so somebody might have dropped it. So now we're starting to get into some more wreckage, and if you see these little orange things on the wreckage, those are little tiny sea anemones, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, they're all over the place, but they're very small. You can see them there. They're all over the place. They're very small anemones. And there's some weird pipe fittings down here. I'm pretty sure this was a steamship, just, you know, based on that valve. And Jonah, the other diver today, he had seen some big boilers. But we're going to see what we encounter. And here's my anchor line draped through the wreckage. And we're just kind of following the line. Our priority is to make sure we can get our anchor back and to film, and as we move through the wreckage, we're just gonna go nice and slow as we're on our way to get the anchor. Lots of big pieces of wreckage. This is a pretty, I'd say it's over 100 feet long. And oh, look at that, netting. That's always great to see in low vis. This is one of the larger parts of the wreck. It's a lot of relief. It comes up pretty high. I'd say about 15 feet, give or take. You can see there's some blue and white line. We use that for our ascent line. That's actually in the center of this. And I'm thinking this might be the engine. I don't know, but it's pretty tall. There's another strange piece. And our chain is over that, so we're going to keep following to get our anchor back. Some piping. And keep your eyes open as we go, because you might see something. Nothing's on a... Here's how great. We dropped it right in the hole. That's perfect. Well, I guess that's a credit to how close we can get it to the wreck. You can see some netting down there. It's a little tighter. And this is, I think, a copper pipe. You can see it's a different color. It really stands out from the rest of the wreckage. And nothing's really growing on it. That's probably why they use copper. Here's some more netting. And this is another large pipe. And we're going to try and get our anchor out for now. So stick with us. It's going to get a little animated. Ooh. So the anchor is out. And we're going to put that in the sand so we can get it back later. It's another strange piece. Kind of looks like a master cylinder for brakes, but I'm sure it isn't. And you can see here's another piece of copper pipe. Or brass. And some big fishing weights. A lot of current here, folks. That's why these weights are so big. So we're still heading north. Here we have what I think are stairs or a ladder. Only like 2 or 3. So it's possible this could have been a tugboat. Or, you know, a larger ship. I don't know, but it looks like it's got stairs on it. Here's some more netting. This is some, I guess, like copper sheathing and all those little sea anemone jobbers on there hanging out. Some net. That's great. And here we have a long piece of, I guess, piping. I don't know if it's mast or not or anything like that. And we're still heading northwest, I guess. Lots of strange pieces down here. So if you're familiar with tugboats or steamships, give it a look-see. Maybe you recognize some kind of fitting that is not really used anymore, and most people wouldn't know what it was. Like me. And there's some more nets. But a lot of little fish here. They like hiding in the nooks and crannies. And we're still making our way northwest. I saw this white thing and I was like, wow, I wonder what that thing is. That looks nice and clean. And upon further investigation, it's fishing pole. Somebody's lost a fishing pole on this wreck. We found it. And couldn't bring it up because it was all hemmed up in the big netting and everything. So I didn't really feel like risking things to get this back up. So we got some video footage, which is pretty good. This looks like a giant capstan. I'd say it's about 2 feet wide, give or take. Now looking at it, when I saw it the first time, I thought it was a lot bigger. But I'd say it's about 2 feet wide. And here's some more pipes. And if you look real quick to the right, you see that? It's another anchor and a little fish. But you know what I'm doing? I'm taking this. That's another anchor for us. Squalus Marine 2, Shipwreck 0. Okay. But we're going to keep moving along the side of the ship. Moving north. Oh, and that's why there's fishing poles here. That's a big blackfish hanging out. Now this is like a, I think like the remnants of like a spindle. There's like another capstan in the back. And some strange things. So now we're kind of forward of the engine. And we're swimming down on the what I believe might be the bow or... Oh, look at that. There's a little porgy down here. And he's having a hard time because he doesn't have much of a tail left. So he really is a poor guy. Sorry, buddy. Wish I could help. So now we're going to turn around and go towards the large structure. And you can see it comes up pretty high. So maybe 15 feet is an understatement. But we are on the northeastern side of the wreck, and we're looking down in between some of the crevices. See if we can spot anything interesting that got fetched up in the holes. And if you look, that big round gear, it's got teeth on it. So I don't know if this is a big, massive winch or a piece of machinery, like a, something to lift stuff with. But if you look at it, it's kind of got sprockets, like a big giant toothed gears. Like off to the right, you'll see there's like a big gear with spokes and all kinds of stuff. And this is pretty massive. This is probably about a diameter of 15-20 feet. You can see there's actually teeth on it. And then we saw this thing on the way back, and we cleaned some of the sand away, and it looks like it could either be a ship's telegraph or maybe a brake drum. And the only reason I think that is because there's a little indicator on the bottom right-hand corner at about 5 o'clock. So I could be completely wrong, though. So we hope you enjoyed today's dive on the Greenport wreck. We're going to be checking out some new sites this year, so be sure and check us out at squalusmarine.com. Check out some of our sponsors, and here's some anchors before you go. And we hope you enjoyed diving with us again. And until next time, I'm Captain Dennis.